fiction. Studies of Professor of both rare and medium rare relics at Maryland Federal University. Allow me to present Cincinnati Bone.
It's a pleasure to be here in one piece, especially since I finally got my hands on the Moonstone Diamond. It's right here in this box. I located it in Iran, and believe me, I ran when I got it. You have no idea what people will go through to possess this diamond. See what I mean? Where was I? Oh yes, the Moonstone. Stone tablets, written before there was writing, indicate that a prehistoric man may have first found this diamond nearly 200,000 years ago. Apparently, as he walked off with his prize, he fell and injured his rotator cuff, long before the invention of Tommy John surgery. This is only the beginning of troubles for his ancestors, the Shades family, for ages to come. To learn about the first recorded story of the Moonstone, you must travel back in time to Egypt, about 50 BC to be exact. Here in the port of Cleopatra, we meet the next shades of the Moonstone Diamond.
As the ruling queens of this region, Octavia, I think you must agree that a merge of our armies would make us supreme rulers in the Mesopotamian Valley.
As current queen of Cyprus, I wonder what powers and what property I will be relinquishing. Should I agree with this proposal?
Not so much, Octavia. Let us say, rather than property, I'm more interested in your paramour, Tony.
My lover? Surely you jest. And think you would never give me up, even for pretend your prostitute.
My beauty alone, though quite substantial, would never be enough to one of our righteous, decent gentlemen like Tony.
You call him Tony, as if you are friends? Have you ever met?
Never. Well, maybe once, or twice, at a coffee house in Cairo. We shared a morning bun. Yes, I indulged in a tall decaf non-fat latte, while he enjoyed a venti cinnamon dulce.
It's true. He always ordered the venti. What a man. Hey, wait a minute. How do you know?
Don't get your knickers in a twist. It was an accident. A simple case of mutual attraction. You know, two strikingly attractive, gorgeous human beings. One male, the other female, who were drawn to one another in a primal animal magazine.
Oh, just that? For a second, I thought it might be serious.
So what do you say? 30% of my land for Anthony's hand?
To be ruler of 30% of this valley, I can find another man. It's a deal.
Hey, what about me? What will I have to give up for a share of this three-way power play?
I have heard a rumor. Tell me if it's true. You, Shadika, Queen of Libya, are the proud owner of a beautiful, shiny, massively heavy, and expensive king-size diamond.
My inheritance. How did you come by this knowledge? It has been a family secret for generations. Only my husband, King Hammerheady, has knowledge of the whereabouts or even the existence of this mammoth gem.
A sweet caress here, a little distant. Sorry to inform you that your husband is a weak, delusional fool who would sell his soul for one cheap date with Juan.
Ah, you do know him. Then you must have learned that the jewel you speak of is hidden in a silver box resting in an underground cellar of my family pyramid. Where? Don't act like you didn't know.
Really, darling, I had no idea.
Don't believe her. She'll just deny everything.
Well, I am known as the queen of denial.
Very funny. So you chicked my naive big mouth husband.
Actually, I tricked you. Hammerhead didn't know where the gem was hidden, and neither did I, until now. But don't worry. As I said, 30% of my land is yours, if the diamond is mine. And I'll throw back your husband as a good face check.
Gee, thanks.
He's not so bad.
Is that an insult?
Deal or not?
Deal. You can keep the husband.
Not necessarily. I had some contracts drawn up by my solicitor.
What does he solicit?
No, dear. That means he's my lawyer.
I knew that.
This is my personal solicitor, Patui.
At your service, Dr. Arrow.
Dewey? What an interesting name.
My father was chewing tobacco when my mother asked him what to name me.
Can we get on with the business at hand?
Of course, Your Worship. This first calls for Octavian. It gives the control of 30% of the land between the Tigris and Euphrates River, political power over all the inhabitants, and title to 30% of their personal possessions.
And what did it say must relinquish?
Your army will merge with the Egyptian forces.
As discussed.
And yours, should I say, former lover Anthony, will be given passage to Egypt on the first boat down the Nile.
To meet with his future lover. Me.
Anthony and Cleopatra. It does have a sentence ring.
I'm so glad you're over him, my dear.
Yes, it was hard for a second or two, but where do I sign?
Sign and date right at the bottom.
What is the date?
May 12, 50 BC.
Wait, how do we know it's 50?
Well, last year was 51 BC, and for 50 more years, we count backwards.
Then what happens?
Can we get on with this? Is that other papyrus for me?
Right here, my queen. It reads, I, Shadika, of sound mind and clustered body, do hereby forfeit possession to Cleopatra of Egypt's title to the old, beat-up, oversized gem known as the Moonstone Diamond in exchange for 30% of the land between the Tigris and the for 30% of the land between the Tigris and the Euphrates River.
Pardon my skepticism, but why does this sound way too good to be true?
You are right. Perhaps I should withdraw my offer.
Oh, wait! Ooh, such pressure.
It's called by remorse, madam. It too shall pass.
Give me the quill. I'll sign.
This will truly make you the queen bee.
We are now the queens of the valley.
It makes me want to dance.
That will make you the dancing queen.
Having the time of your life. Ooh, see anyone would do. Don't make me get the chance. You are the dancing queen, young and free, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can dance, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, singing the dancing queen. Singing the dancing queen. Singing the dancing queen. Singing the dancing queen. The fools! I've given them each 30% of the land, leaving me with the remaining 40. Wouldn't either of them. I've bartered the Moonstone Diamond and the handsome Anthony because of my point sword. Getting the best of you does seem predatory, for you always have. That's what we have learned. But your partner queens will not rest on our laurels. Present your gift. All rats and dogs. Ha! Idiots! They each settled for 30% of the land, while I control 40. I have fleeced them of their armies, their gens, and their men. Yet they reward me with further offerings? Ha! So stupid! I can't see down to the bottom. Rats and coral? Could be a necklace. This is no necklace! A deadly coral snake! I have it too!
I was too fast. Obviously.
Centuries went by, and the Moonstone passed from one home to the next. Because of evil that befell the previous owner, rumors spread that the diamond was cursed. To your knowledge, Mr. Bowles, when did the diamond next appear?
During the 11th century, the Moonstone again resurfaced, this time in the medieval kingdom called Rock. In a strange twist of fate, the infamous Mary Jewel again crossed paths with the Shades family. Come away with me then to the kingdom of Rock to meet the lords and ladies, squires and serfs, and the next shades of the Moonstone family.
Ah, our fool of a court jester is awake. Did you have a good night's sleep in the punishment stocks? Did you
today my birthday, and I'm now playing a holiday for your birthday.
But sire, where's your son, the good Prince Omelette? Surely you should be here to witness your birthday. Could it be Omelette the rocket?
Omelette is abroad and will soon return. Where is my daughter, Princess Edith?
Soon you shall meet it, your devoted Edith.
Well, her absence here does me displease her. Now, Polonius, I see you put Robin shades in the stocks again.
This jester is lazy, my lord. He needs a good lesson. And a knight in the stocks, he do impress me.
Thanks, but I enjoy playing the stocks.
Robin Shades, you are a fool. Over the king's eye, you always fool the world.
No, Robin is the king's back. My hair is well.
Lady Gaga, it's so uncool. Why do you play that?
My name is pronounced Gaga. Now, Robin, give it your best and tell the king of Lady Gaga.
My lady, I have a niece weapon for you. What do you call a monk who lives in a monastery who invented the recipe for fish and chips?
Fish and chips? Invented by a monk? What do you call it?
A gin monk!
Princess Edith, come support with Sir Bob of Squarepeg.
Good sire, I come to court with my noble escort, Sir Bob the Squarehead. Sir Bob and I feel much too. Bad news to bear.
So, you are bad news bearers.
Silence, jester!
Brace yourself, sire. There's been a plot. Your son, the heir to the throne, has been captured by the Vikings.
Oh, Minnesota!
He means good Vikings, a savage kind.
Yes, this Viking, not so handsome, comes forth with a letter of ransom.
Right for your life, he comes to strike you. Protect your children alive, take on the Viking.
We know this Viking. He's Thor of the Bad. He strikes fear in the hearts of all, and worse, he smells like a real stockyard.
Sir Rufus, Sir Dupus, put your swords away. We shall hear what this fellow has to say. I see you have a letter of ransom. Hand it to my daughter Edith. Read it, Edith.
This note of ransom does proclaim that our prince is now in chains. There's more, father. The Vikings took our prince with the help of a palace trader.
Traitor? Here? In the royal court?
I, my liege, that is the sort.
Who helped you kidnap Omelette? Point the villain out!
Lady Gaga, you are the traitor?
It's pronounced Gaga.
Don't be fool. This cannot be. Why would my board do this to me? Let's hold the phone. For I was raised to secure my own.
The truth is, I'm pure and quite sincere. For the deed I can't be blamed, I tell you all that I will declare.
Lady Gaga is a very musical girl. She plays a harp like an angel, the flute like a saint, but string a lyre, or should I say lyre, she plays best of all. I always knew you were plotting to use my father's throne. You got Omelette out of the way first. Was I next on your list?
Mine, all mine, the word you speak I do despise.
Sir Rufus, Sir Dupus, take her to the tower. The shows will wait for fate. Meanwhile, no dinner for you, young lady. Go to your tower!
With her poker face, she fooled us all. Now it's her time to take her fall.
Enough! Move this torturous cup. Can't you see? I'm all shook up. Blackfriar of Iron, my confessor, and Robin Shades, my jester. Come with me. My gloom does fester.
So much for the royal birthday. This is a fine kettle of fish. I always think time like this.
A fine pair of sirs. I know you hate the idea, but it's time to work. If either of you gives me any lip, I'll be fired from the catapult. Now serve some. Now nipple scotch and tons of tupper. The stables need cleaning out. So move it.
Last night, you kept rescuing my daughter. I was sick on some rock. I had a dream. And he changed into a frog.
my sweet. You shall be queen of the kennel. I do not think that you're outright. I only meant that you'll soon be free of Rome. And with your brother out of the way, there's nothing that can keep us from seizing the throne.
Yes, by tomorrow I shall be queen. Starbuck, your presence here gives me great delight, even if you are overripe. See that this appetite will enhance the beauty craves.
I'd rather they crave to bake.
Now, one last thing does remain. To drive the old king quite insane.
Which brings us to the gypsy, Griselda. Call her in before us.
Come forth, witch, and speak with care, for a spy may lurk about anywhere.
Before you go and reprimand, I bring the potion apple you command. When the king does bite this thing, Elvis won't recall a thing. Ha ha ha! But if you wish to seize his throat, you must pay me to the royal stone. The moonstone diamond, the richest gem in all of the realm. That is my service.
Crustacean, that diamond belongs to me. Very well, Griselda. We shall meet your price. Come, lads, we'll fetch it.
My eye of toad and dash of paprika. Griselda will to cry Eureka! Oh, I'm going to have a flashback. I remember very well the story Mom did tell. As in fiery celestial birth, the giant moonstone fell to earth. All spirits conjure up the image and show me. There, from a great meteorite did fall, the biggest diamond of them all. That is one big chunk of ice. Mine, it shall all be mine!
You open up to something I expect.
Oh, just a gypsy special effect. Now give me the moonstone.
There, you have it.
The legend says this is very big, but this is smaller than a wrinkled fig.
Well, that's the way the legend crumbles. Now you have the stone that dapples. Hand me the potion apple.
A nagging doubt to my mind, please. Methinks a trick is up her sleeve.
That mangy crawdad was easily raked, not knowing that diamond was a cut glass fake. Now, my fellows, come lads, we've got more scheming to do.
Holy moonstone! Leave it to me to be at the right place at the wrong time. That Princess Edith is one sour schemer. Just one of her evil looks is enough to curdle a bowl of milk. Well, now that I know, I suppose I should do something about it. My first instinct is to migrate off from but I cannot leave Lady Gaga. It is she who raises the mercury in the thermostat of my heart.
There's nothing that truly goes in that smell is small. I wish I were a Smurfnell or a Smurfnell. I think that 40 things like a little Smurfnell is a Smurfnell.
Nip and Tuck, you won't believe what I just heard. The princess and her cronies plan to overthrow the King of Rock.
Are we King Elvis?
Come this time tomorrow morning while the magic spell of the gypsy.
I can't tell things though I could see.
Aha! Caught you loafing around again. I warned you, nipple scratching tuck and supper. I'm not a man of ideal threats. To the catapult with this loafing loot. We'll shoot a surf in the air, and where she lands, we do not care. Now, fire!
Now, that's a sight I find most rare. I have often felt, but never actually seen a little nip in the air.
Now, Master Tuck, lest you be next, I suggest you get your muscles flexed. Go clean the polluted lungs. They're grungy today and smell like ghosts. As for you, Robin Shades, up off your can, because here comes the princess, with Sir Robin Squarehead.
Which could only mean there's trouble brewing. How now, fair Highness? Highness. Come to call me, Sir Boobentoe.
Bob, you little smart aleck. You know your contract expires at the end of this semester, and we may just be looking for another jester. So come here to judge your joshing routine. And what I mean.
Joke? Okay. What do you call the son of Vaseline? A Vaseline. That really tickled ribs, huh? Now, that's a hostile crowd if I ever saw one. All my life, I've been dreaming about playing the Palace of Camelot. Well, now that I'm stuck with this Lancelot, well, here goes nothing. I am Sir Yatsalot. There was once a young knight named Lahad, whose luck with fair ladies was bad, but then came one spring when he kissed a young thing. He said she's the best gal I had, so he changed his name to
Galahad. Tis not funny.
Just to warm up, there was once an old woodsman named Bjorn who tooted his nose like a horn.
Tis not funny.
There was once a young squire named Bird, fresh from the province of Nerd.
Tis an oldie.
Sir Bob, our joker needs a sharper wit. Why don't you go and see to it?
Come with me to the archery field.
I wouldn't regret this soybean to you.
I promise you, pets, you deliver your last jests.
When does the king get the wicked fruit?
All in good time, my fine recruit. Ah, Florba, have you eaten your fill?
Oh, I wish he was. He makes me ill.
Rage! 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 If the Viking scramble my prince omelet, crack his noggin, poach my dear son, or fry his beer groggy. You! 100 times in my mind I slew. Sir Rufus, Sir Dupus, taken to the prison block, where he will have a taste of jail's raw!
We'll just stand there on your side.
Ever hear the term you were taken for a ride? To the dungeons with him.
My grief, my omelet, your Viking hands!
Here, my liege, your strength you must feed. A bite of this juicy green apple you need.
I have a plan to rescue the prince. Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? Me.
Oh, something in the king hat snapped.
Good luck, Sir Bob. Something dreadful has come over the king. He's lost his royal marbles. I want to warn the king I've come too late. The kingdom's in for that fate.
While our LB is ill, we have no king. And so, we can only do one thing. That is proclaim Princess Edith our queen!
Yes.
Could it be any worse? The god in prison? The king's gone cuckoo, and with me, assorting my fish. All this makes me the butt of the nasty jokes. The odds are against me, but I vow I won't choke.
Hear me, Jester. Griselda has been toyed with by the villains who are annoyed with. They tricked me. They gypped me.
Well, you had it coming going around with poached apples. You helped him seize the throne. What you did was dishonest, not to mention wicked, low down and naughty.
I know I'm bad, but I vow to redeem myself, my lad. You and I must join our forces and stop the villains from their dark courses. Listen to me, Robin Shades. With my magic and for your delay, I shall make you a brave and fearless knight.
Now that I find funny, I don't want to see my blood running.
Just think, all of Rock will remember when brave Robin rescued his sweet Lady Gaga.
All right, Griselda. You hit my soft spot. All right, tell me what I have to do. But remember, I have a sad affliction in this belief here, that I'm a chicken. I'm not exactly the hero of the month. When it comes to danger, I react quickly. I run.
There are doses of hypnosis which cure your sad affliction. Mine is the power of suggestion. Watch the bauble. I shall chant these words. Urbis, burbish, whirling dervish. I make of you a knight so bold.
Can the spell be broken?
Yes, the word Sprickenspats will bring.
Hold there, peasants! Get them!
A glitter I'll sprinkle on these skunks and turn them into blubbering drunks. Come away with me to Sherwood Forest. Come, Robin, quickly.
When Princess Edith dances, there's laughter all around. And when she eats her money, she makes a drooling sound.
Well, egad, am I? What says thou, sir boob?
Egad, even I can explain.
Allow me to explain. And Sir Bob will be in talks with you. I possess a secret which makes me very important. Griselda has turned Robin Shade into the leader of a rebellion against us. Her magic thus has made Sir Bob thus.
Hunt him down. Bring Robin to me, dead or alive.
Can't you make up your mind?
When I become queen, I shall make you the minister of morons. Now go after that jester who would oppose me.
So Edith and her cronies were in the driver's seat. Everyone in the kingdom believed the king was too loony to reign, and with omelette on ice in Norway, Edith was crowned Queen of Rock. She was clever. She played it cool, acted generously and kind to her subjects. And she was very popular at first. Then things began to happen, and the royal dungeons began to fill. Finally, rumors spread that Lady Gaga was innocent. Edith had decided that the time was right to get rid of the poor girl. So Robin Shades, now the outlaw of Strawberry Forest, began to make his pledge.
Gaga, come to the window. It is I, Robin Shades. You're looking at the man who laughs at the face of death. I curse death itself, fashioned in the light of your lovely presence. But if I can help it, I'm going as careless as I can free you. This never happened to Romeo.
The outlaw's caught in the web. Take him.
Now, Sir Rufus and Dufus, where these are sharply peeled, I give you both a chance to kneel. Time out! What's
black curtains for Robin and Gaga, the stage was set. The spectators gathered, the axeman had arrived, and the moment of truth was about to strike. But Robin had one last trick up his sleeve. With the help of Griselda and a lady servant named Tuck, Robin still might avoid the axe, rescue Gaga, and bring Queen Edith to her knees. Because remember, the moment of truth strikes when you least expect it.
Poor Robin, what a handsome price he has to pay.
You there, Tuck Tupper. Are you game for helping Robin escape? Now that's a quick, definite answer. You're just the type I need. You and I have a chance to kick the queen in her pants. To prove it, see this cruet? It holds a little notion of a potion. It tastes just like vermouth, and it makes you speak the blinking truth.
You mean if the queen drinks the brew, she confessed her crimes that she did to the king, kidnap the prince and be the cause of all the trouble since? Now you're talking. So how do we get Queen Egad to drink it?
Watch for the black fire of ice. You hold the goblet of the hobbit, from which the royal fame shall drink. Now you take and keep it this liquid secret. And watch for when your chance is fine, and pour it into Edith's wine.
Noble subjects, as Queen of the Realm and protectors of the Holy Moonstone, I speak in sad elocution on this day of the execution. The reason is their treason. They have delivered Prince Omelette into the Vikings.
Cry!
They have bewitched the king with a poisoned apple.
Cry!
And they have schemed to steal the Moonstone, not to mention the throne.
Crime! Crime, crime, crime. Good people, what do you think of that?
So be it. We're all axemen prepared to behead this formulating fair and take the jester, delete the pair.
First in line, the outlaw shades, then Lady Gaga faces the blade.
It's pronounced
Gaga!
Whatever!
Let's get on with it. Any final word?
I do not mean to be a pest, but we demand the right of last request. Your Royal Highness must remember the old tradition by which you send us together. It is written, before you send us to our eternal post,
You must drink to us and make a toast from the goblet of the hobbit.
Why must I?
because it is tradition.
You're stalling.
Well, you were about to get your cast iron altar, so was me.
Very well. I shall submit to this time-worn custom. Only out of love of these wonderful people. Summon the Black Friar Fire.
But where is Tuck? She's run amok. Oh, Robin and Gaga are doomed.
All ye man of the cloth, give to me the heady broth. To these condemned prisoners I drink the toast, and wish upon them a fiery roast.
Arrest this imposter! Your Majesty, this is Tuck Tupper.
You see my new clothes? I call them my Tupperware. Before you take me away, I must inform you that you must answer the truth of any question Robin asks.
Truth? Of course. I always speak the truth. I'm honest as the day is long. What are you all waiting for?
For lightning to strike you, I guess. But not commit?
Why, that was me.
Yeah. Who just put her big fat foot in her mouth?
Why, that was me. Let go of me, you mindless nerd brain knights. I'm the queen. Smile me, I'll have your heads. Because I win heads, you lose.
And what do you have to say, Sir Bob the Blockhead, Odious, Felonious?
Actually, we were spies. We've been on your side all along. Do you believe us?
No!
I didn't think so.
And so it came to pass that Robin Shades freed the kingdom from the clutches of the tyrant. The gypsy turned the king back into his jolly old self, and there was music, dancing, eating, and more eating, and a need for Alka-Seltzer. To Robin Shades came a great reward.
Robin Shades, on this day you earn passengers. From this day hence, I make you the protector of our throne and our royal moonstone. Therefore, I do dub thee Sir Robin, knight and hero of this festive gathering.
Wow, I'm a knight!
And it is your right to ask 3 favors.
I have but 2, my sire. Free my friend Tug of Tupper, so that he may be my squire.
Granted. And the second request?
For the hand of the god, not to mention the rest of her.
You are one hunk of burning love, Robin. As promised, your wish is granted. And as a bonus, the Sirs have asked to sing a song with you. Robin, you will always treat all of us with the lowest status and great respect. You have done it with love and unity. So we, the community of Sirs, thank you for this opportunity of your wedding.
I got a 34 right now, we call it a woody. You know it's not very cherry, it's an oldie but a goodie. Well, it ain't got a backseat or a rear window, but it still gets me where I wanna go. Yeah, we're going surf city 'cause it's 2 to 1. You know we're going surf city, gonna have some fun. You know we're going surf city 'cause it's 2 to 1. You know we're going surf city, gonna have some fun. Now, you know they never roll the streets, sometimes there's always something going. You know they're either out surfing or they got a party throwing. Well, we're 2 swinging honeys for every guy, and all you gotta do is just wink your eye. Yeah, I'm going surf city 'cause it's 2 to 1. You know we're going surf city, gonna have some fun. You know we're going surf city 'cause it's 2 to 1. You know we're going surf city, gonna have some fun. Now, and if my woolly breaks down, I'll be somewhere on the surf route. I'll strap my board to my back and get you right in my wetsuit. And when I get to Surf City, I'll be shooting the girl and checking out the party for a surfer girl. Yeah, I'm going Surf City 'cause it's 2 to 1. You know we're going Surf City, gonna have some fun. You know we're going Surf City 'cause it's 2 to 1. You know we're going Surf City, gonna have some fun. Now,
As time passed, so too, the Moonstone passed from one owner to the other. Bad luck seemed to follow. It was said that Marie Antoinette gained possession of the diamond in 1792, a year before she lost her head to the French warlords. Napoleon supposedly gave the diamond to Josephine just before his untimely loss at the Battle of Waterloo. This brings us to the 20th century, and the next installment of the Shades of Young Saga. Now, the diamond is about to take a sneaky, sinister turn for the dial Emperor Moonstone.
Nonsense, Audrey. You're overwrought. You're not well. These nightmares of yours must stop. Well, your morning mares must stop too. Darling, I know it must sound harsh, but it's only because I love you. Surely you don't believe that. Simply because your essay is with the king's ransom doesn't make me love you any less. I couldn't care less about your real estate, stocks, bonds, or corporate dividends. I only want to get your poor, frazzled, twisted nerves back on the beat. My, Audrey, that was a jittery one! You're trembling! Don't be afraid. I'm here. Miss Nasty is fixing you up a nice warm glass of milk in the kitchen. What is it, Kit Kat? I see nothing. Believe me.
I firmly believe that blood is thicker than water.
Oh, I'll call the doctor. Operator, this is Moonstone, 47584. It's terribly urgent that I reach the residence of Dr. Hugh Mungo. Correct, Dr. Hugh Mungo. Make it snappy. Doctor, I'm glad I caught you at home. Yes, I'm fine. Played good today. I think I've got my sights under control. I'm calling you about my wife. Yes, much worse. Wake up. The doctor asked you to be in setting to help you sleep. Yes, I meant yes. I'd appreciate it if you hurry. Thank you. He's on his way.